Welcome back to Inside Post Challenge, part of the Road to the Breeders' Cup, sponsored by Adequan. This week we're going to take a look back at the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Hi everyone, I'm Tom Law. I'm joined by Ed DeRosa again. Ed, we are getting really close to the Breeders' Cup, inching a little bit closer and closer with each and every day. Major weekend of prep races at Belmont Park last week. Obviously, Summerbird was very dominant in his victory. I thought he looked impressive, as I expected him to do. He went 1-2 with Quality Road. The 3-year-olds proved that they are indeed the real deal. Granted, the track was a little bit wet, a lot wet. But Summerbird obviously likes that kind of track, but he's won on fast track before. I think that victory all but sealed his fate as the champion 3-year-old male, depending on, I guess, if Mind That Bird were to maybe win the Goodwood and win the Breeders' Cup Classic. Summerbird, I think he clearly has established himself at least as maybe North America's best hope in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Yeah, I would think so, and you had the race spot on. I tried to get a little jazzy looking at the older division with Macho again, but clearly not up to the task, whether it was the surface or the distance or the pace. Summerbird definitely the best. Another great ride by Kent DeSormo. He seems to fit that horse to a T. Pushed the button at the right time, was never too far out of it, and a great victory over Quality Road. And short of See the Stars winning the Classic in some sort of record time or decimating fashion, or Mind That Bird winning out, I'd say Summerbird has it sewn up.
Yeah, you mentioned See the Stars. Obviously, a decision is going to come, I guess, a little bit down the road about his Breeders' Cup status, but he did as billed, won the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe over at Longchamp, just has dominated the competition in Europe this year. Everyone figures maybe he would just dominate the competition if he were to come to the United States to run the Breeders' Cup. Yeah,
and you can't blame him for thinking that, especially given what happened last year with Ravens Pass and Henry the Navigator running 1-2. A lot of talk about See the Stars' trip in the Arc. To me, it was a 19-horse field. I don't know who expected a perfect trip for any horse. The thing that really impressed me with him is that hole opened up for a split second at about the 8th pole, 200 meters out, and he just shot through it like a cannon. I mean, people like to see a sustained run, and that's impressive, but the turn of foot to burst through that hole and then put the race away in a matter of strides blew me away. It was very impressive. I'd love to see him over here. It's one of those, to use a cliche, he has nothing more to prove and nothing to lose by coming here. If he loses, you blame it on the ship, the weather, the surface, a number of things. If he wins, he clearly goes down as one of the best in the history of the game.
Yeah, he does have that affinity for firm ground, so obviously he would get that if he were to run out at Santa Anita. And like you said, that turn of foot is just so impressive, which helps him either if they went to the Breeders' Cup turf going 1.5 miles, kind of gallop along maybe the first mile, right, and then sprint home the last half mile, or even the Breeders' Cup Classic as we saw last year with Ravens Pass, just run sort of that European style where they just kind
of
high cruise along and then just kick home the last quarter.
Yeah.
So See the Stars, he'd be very dangerous in there. But like we said, Summerbird, he's going to be America's top threat.
Absolutely.
Got the Goodwood coming up this weekend out on the pro ride surface at Santa Anita. A lot more preps coming this weekend. Oak Tree, Belmont, and Keeneland this weekend.